All right, so we are live. That means that the session is going to be recorded. So if you have to leave or you couldn't follow at any point of the presentation, it will be uploaded to the YouTube channel. Also, everyone is in attending mode, which means that you are not able to turn off your microphones or your webcam. But if you have any questions in the chat function, feel free to write them throughout the presentation. And I would love to introduce you Claire, who is going to take us through this lovely presentation. She and the team has been working on a lot. So I am very, very looking forward to see the new things and also to learn more about the company indeed. So can you turn on the presentation and we can rock and roll, I guess.
Yeah, that's sure. So I'm going to put the presentation on now. My screen will literally just show me the presentation. So as mentioned, just send your questions through and obviously I will be prompted. We will probably have intervals to answer those questions. So just keep them coming in. Hopefully I will be able to answer them all. Bear with. Is that working?
It's absolutely perfect. So it's working.
Yay. That is the main task out of the way. So yeah, good morning everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sure you're all extremely busy. My name's Claire. I work for Naughty and AWDis is one of our brands, one of our 3 brands, one of our biggest brands, and our original brand. So AWDis is pronounced that way. Some of our customers know us as AWD, which stands for All We Do Is. Originally, all we did was hoods. However, as we go through the presentation, and what some of you may already be aware of is we have grown. We have grown quite a lot. So today we are going to run through a bit more about who we are, who typically will wear our clothing. In the 2 years of me being with the company, I have established it's pretty much everybody. We're going to delve into a little bit more about the Just Hood sub-brand part of AWDis, and who we kind of designed those for, who we have those in mind. The iconic JH11, I can't believe I'd never heard of that code. I'm sure all of you guys have. And just kind of where that's going and you know, maybe where it's come from. Some of our best sellers, which will now include some of our new items in Just Hoods. I know that's the most exciting bit. It's the most exciting bit for us guys when we have our meeting with our product team. They do like to keep things very close to their chest. So when we get the sneak peeks of those, it's very exciting. And the products that are trending this year, and also the print guides and where they're available. They are it's things that we have tested because obviously we are making our products for the printability. And that will kind of summarize why people should choose AWDis. And we've put the Q&A at the end, but I do believe, again, the session is running throughout. So do, as you think of questions, just pop them on the chat and we'll pick those up throughout. So who we are. So we've been established since 2008 and that launched with 30 colours in the one style of the JH001, which does sound a lot. However, we are now on 90 and that's grown significantly, even more so in the last few years. We've added 13 colours since I started. So yeah, I don't know where we're going to stop with that. We are the market leader. That's for my job, being a brand ambassador out on the road, speaking to printers and decorators. It's very highly spoke of due to several reasons, which I don't want to go through too much of the presentation in the first screen. But we have now expanded into sportswear, denim and t-shirts and polos, which are some of our other sub-brands, which I'll touch on later as well. We are designed specifically for print and promotion. We bear in mind that these items are going to be decorated, as much as they look very nice undecorated, which mine is today. And we also work very closely with our supply chains, just to make sure that those standards stay high and consistently high. We like to think that we bring the best quality apparel to the most sought after styling, and we also have stock support, which is key. There's no point having something amazing if you can't get hold of it. So in 2008, when Just had started, we now have expanded into sweaters, jog pants, we have the shorts, and we've also, with fashion, moved into women's styles, and we also now have a kids range, which is still growing, and it's still, it makes it so you can have the fluidity from the children's through to the adults with some of the customers' needs. The sizing as well is also important. So in our core colours, we do offer up to 5XL within a lot of the hoods. So it does say 8 to 7 colours. Yeah, that's right. 90 in total, but obviously some of the key ones up to 5XL. Just Cool is our sports brand. Absolutely love this brand as well. If I stood up, I am wearing the leggings. JC001 is one of our most forefront t-shirts, which is a massive seller. That also, we do like our colours in Just Cool. That comes in 50 colours, and we also have the vests and polos to support those, along with the sweats, jackets, leggings. We also have women's fit and kids fit, along with the unisex. So denim started in 2015. It's one of our smaller brands, but it is one of the brands out there that again is consistent, and the range within that is very popular. It's kind of been introduced for fashion. A lot of my customers love it for their retail customers. The jackets are very popular. They again print and embroider extremely well, very versatile, and they do go very well with the rest of our brands. And this is what AWDis is all about. We've been adding more ranges to the brand, just so that they collaborate all together. Academy, as you may be able to tell, is from our school range. I love this school range personally. My children wear this, and we've just got the good core items in there when it comes to the sweats and cardigans and polos. Just Tees was introduced in 2018, along with a few of the other brands which are going to come up. Again, these are great colour matches. So where we have a lot of customers, and you guys will too, they'll be able to get t-shirts that match their hoodies or their hoodies, which is our zip hoodie, and it just brings the whole range together. And Just Polos was also added in 2018. So these are our mostly cotton polos made for fashion, great fit, great smart fit, good for companies. And again, the palette does match throughout the whole of our AWDis range. Ecology, we were very busy in 2018. Ecology is our sustainable brand. So we wanted to create something that was sustainable but also affordable. It really does do what it says on the tin. There's some great features and products within that range. But we wanted to make it so that it was affordable. We do find a lot of people want to do the best they can, but price conscious is always going to be part of that. So that's what we introduced Ecology for. How are we doing with questions? Do we need to have a run through anything, or?
I do not see any questions yet, so I think we can go on. But if everyone has anything, don't let it go through. Just tap it down and we will answer it.
Thank you. I thought I was on my own then. So who wears AWDis? Again, I think if I ran through the whole list of people here, it would cover absolutely everything. My dad wears AWDis, my children wear AWDis, my school wears AWDis, our work wears AWDis, and the Hoods is the brand that is at the forefront, and it really does cover absolutely everything. School leavers is a big one, an absolute big one. And the good news is, especially in the UK, this is becoming something that's done throughout the year now. So it really does keep the ball rolling. And we're always wanting to push several types, not just the JH001, although that is really, really popular. We do have the contrast hoods, which are very popular within those. So yeah, absolutely everything for the just hoods, just polos, uniforms and fashion, hospitality, yeah, and sports clubs. Great fit. So we do have the female fits within those as well. Our just tees, our music societies, sports clubs, fashion as well. And then I just cool, again, I see all over gyms, workwear, they're obviously lighter option, very high polyester content within those, and also schools. Every time I go to a school running event or football event, there is definitely some JC numbers in there. Ecology, as mentioned, and when introducing the brand, we do have a lot of customers that do want to provide sustainable uniforms. So again, this is something where when it's a uniform, it does need to be well priced, and this does fit in very well. So denim, again, for the fashion and hospitality, and the academy has been introduced as our school wear. So just hoods is absolutely where it started. It's great that I get to do this, because I do feel like some of my customers know more about just hoods than me. It started with the 30 colours. We are now on 90. It is the biggest, we think. I really do struggle to find anybody that offers what we offer within just hoods. The JH001 alone, and it does cover the array of casual wear styles, so you can have the matching zip hoodies or sweats, as each team or customer does prefer. Again, we've touched on the levers. We do have the JH001, which does, the colours are flawless from the kids through to the adults, and we also have other contrast styles such as the JH003, also zips, and jackets. So there's a really, really good choice there. Almost too much choice. I don't think you can ever have too much choice when it comes to colours. Teamwear, because of the difference in the hoodies and the sweats and the hoodies, but all the matching colours, it's great. Everyone has a different preference, but they want to look the same and they want to look uniform. And also fashion brands, which we have done some amazing work on. Well, I say me, our product team have done an amazing job with some of the new products that came out towards the back end of last year and have developed into this year, which of course I will go through. So the JH001, I'm actually wearing our organic version, which is the JH002, but very, very similar style. It's made with our college fabric, and it is now into 90 colours. It's just a great standard hoodie. It's 280 GSM. It's 100% cotton faced. So all you screen printers out there will absolutely love this. It is made for printing. It also embroiders amazingly. And the polyester content in there is essentially the fleece lining, so it has a lovely comfortable feel. Sizes from XS into 5XL, as mentioned, in some of the core colours, which gives you the great fluidity from the kids sizes through to the adults, so great for teams. And that obviously is one of our biggest sellers. So you can see the JH50 is our hoodie, which is our zip hoodie. That is our name. the JH001J, which is the junior version of the JH001, and the JH30, which is our sweater. So all these are made with the same fabric. All the colours are fluid throughout. 36 colours that have been introduced into the kids. I'm not saying whether that will grow, but we do like our colours. So that's 36 matches that you will have for a team from kids through to adults. And the JH30 is now available in 62 colours. We did expand on that this year. And the JH50, I don't think 128 colours is correct. I think 28. But yeah, all lovely colours. Again, that's something that we expanded on this year.
We have a question in regards of the colors. Is it okay if I ask you now?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. So there is a question that where does the inspiration of for the new colors are coming from, and Pantone of the year and fashion. I think this is generally the question. Could you, because all we do is have, I think, one of the highest range of colors. So it might be interesting to hear where does the inspiration coming from.
So market research, I believe product do a lot of work in terms of they're looking at the catwalk and what's coming through. This really does kind of reflect the new colours this year. So this year we had a bright royal, which was a piercing bright blue, along with citrus, which was really bright. We also introduced a soft red, and these colors are just very bright. So we've gone from having a few years of nice pastel tones, which is still very popular, but this year we went with a bit of a pang and really brought out the bright colors. And then as I'm thinking, those are very interesting, I'm walking around shops and it's becoming a theme. So we really do look at what fashion is coming through. And also, as a brand ambassador, we're out on the road. So we do ask our customers what colors they would like to see, what's missing, what do they like, what do they get asked for. So yeah, lots of market research goes into these colors.
Great. I think we have answered the only one question coming in, but
what time is it over there?
It is 10:19, so people might be still a little bit sleeping their coffees, or
I wasn't sure if people were still waking up.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, keep the questions coming. Like I say, I know some people maybe don't want to preempt a question if it's going to be covered, but absolutely do it. It's fine. Just in case it doesn't, and then you forget what the question was. So the new styles. So this year we introduced our GH123. I was going to wear that today, but like I say, I saw some sun and I thought it might be too warm. This is part of our signature range. Our JH120 was new last year, but we will cover that. But it's the same fabric, which is 440 GSM. So obviously very, very heavy, very, very comfortable and very, very warm. These are available in extra small up to 3XL, and we've introduced it in 8 colors, which is quite a lot for a new style. As you agree, we don't always know exactly how the public are going to take the new styles. So I think just with the success of the JH120, we did think it was going to be popular, and we've introduced 8 colors. So this is 70% cotton and 30% recycled polyester. So it does have a little bit of sustainability in there. And it has the drop shoulder, so it's slightly over, what's the word I'm looking for? Oversized, as you can see from the model on there, but not too oversized. It really is a really nice sweater. The JH305 was our cropped oversized hoodie. We have taken the weight back out of this one. I absolutely love this. It's amazing to go to the gym, but also it's very, very fashionable. So this is the 280 GSM, very similar to our college fabric. So here's the famous GH120. This was actually launched late last year, but it has been the talk of this year. Everybody absolutely loves this hoodie. As you can see, it's spot on trend. We originally introduced this in just the 5 colors, and everyone just went crazy for them. So only within the year we've added another 7 colors, which is just insane for a style. And again, these are proven very popular. Soft red was one of our new colors that we introduced to the JH001 this year. Desert sand has always been a core favorite. The bright royal there, still don't feel like the picture does it justice. It's such a piercing bright blue, which is I see it everywhere now. And then we've added some of our popular colours from the earthy, from the JH001 styles, the earthy green, Air Force blue, Arctic white, and baby pink. I've probably jumped ahead and answered this question myself, but yeah, these really are trending this year. The signature heavyweight sweat, it's the oversized boxy fit, crew neckline. It just has such a nice quality feel to it. It's what we also really like to do is obviously have the quality versus the price. So people see these products and they're instantly comparing it to very, items that are similar on the market, which are way more expensive. These are still really affordable, but still can be rebranded as well, and just make a really great sweater. Hence why we have the tearaway label on those. So what we offer with all of our products is print guides. Again, this is massively down to our product team. I do feel like I take credit for a lot of what our product team do. Most people are kind of aware in the industry of how to print something, but for people starting into the industry, they sometimes really need that help. As you can see, there's not many decoration types that doesn't go well on the college fabric, which is what we use for the JH001, and plenty of our other styles. The cotton face really does make the printability of the garment just the best on the market. I've seen some comparisons, and I do feel like when you start paying less for a hoodie, you really are going to compromise the result of the print, and that's obviously not what we want. Again, I do fear I'm going to have answered a lot of these questions, but why choose AWDis? And this is what I hear every day when I'm out on the road. So the color options are there. There's nothing that you can't find. If they get a customer come in and they have a company color that they don't think they'll be able to get matching, they bring out our swatch, and there is always a color on there that they can use and match up to. The product range is there as well. If somebody doesn't want the hoodie and they want a zip, we can offer that. We can offer the sweat. Obviously, throughout all of the brands, we have the t-shirts and polos, and everything is a color match. It's really hard to find a product range with the color matches throughout. And the price versus the quality. Again, if people find a hoodie that's cheaper than our JH001, they are either going to be compromising on most of these cells, which is the quality, the consistency, and the printability. Consistency, we realize, is key. A lot of people are discovering our products, using them and sticking to them. They know if they want that product again in 6 months' time, it's going to be there because we have great stock levels. Not only is it going to be there, it's going to look the same. And how can we help? So if I can't answer this question, it probably justifies my role, because I am one of the ways in which we can help. But this is, again, feedback we get a lot. There's not many companies out there that are able to provide the resources digitally and physically that we provide every year. So we have brochures, which are increasingly being phased out, we found. These are great tools, especially for people that have shops and people walk in and they want to be able to look at something. And the color guide swatches obviously have the fabric swatches, so you can see the exact color of all the range that we do offer. And this is all available digitally as well. We annually have photo shoots, so we're always keeping those fresh and current, and people are able to use these.
Do you mind if I stop you just for a few questions? We have 4 questions.
Oh, brilliant.
So I have one question in regards to GH120. The question is, well, it's a statement first that they really love it in Greece. So it's a good feedback that people love it in Greece. And the question is, will be there new colors? And if they're going to be, is there a possibility to have the dessert scent? Because that's very famous in Greece.
Desert sand, right? Okay. Yeah. So we do love our colours. So we started with the 5. We've only just added the 7. I'm not sure if they are available over in Greece. They should be. So that has now brought it up to 12 colours within the first year. Obviously, if these colours are consistently bought and we get more requests, it's absolutely something that we would look at. I know we love our colours. So I would never say no to new colors.
Great. And the next one is, do you plan to produce sweatshirts and hoodies without fleece?
It's something I would check with our product team. In my experience, all of our hoods do have the fleece lining for the comfort. It's an interesting one. That's not something I've been asked over here. We do like the fleece lining over here. It adds the warmth, which we probably need a little bit more, and obviously for the comfort. Would there be a reason not to have the fleece? That would be an interesting question to ask back.
And that's until we receive the answer. What brand is your biggest competitor? For example, Stanley and Stella, and where would AWDis excel?
I would say Stanley Stella wouldn't be one of our competitors. Their price point is much higher than ours. I think their sales point is different to ours. Without sounding too boastful, I wouldn't say that anyone is a competitor of ours, although that does sound crazy. There is other brands out there that are cheaper. Again, those brands, there's maybe a market for them. If they don't want the hoodie to last, people will go for a cheaper hoodie. The customers do realize they're not going to print as well, and they're not going to be consistent. So just in terms of what we do, it's why a lot of people choose what we do. There's nothing out there that's a similar price point to the quality that we offer. You're either going to be paying more for a better quality, i.e. like Stanley Stella, or going to another brand which is a lot cheaper, but the quality isn't going to be there.
Great. And there's another question which I think you have already partly answered, which is there going to be new colors in 2025? And I would like to add a little spin on it. Do you see any trend changes from the past years? Because I remember before COVID, AWDis were rapidly increasing the colors year from year. And do you see that coming back or slowing down? What trends do you see on the new colors being introduced in the production?
So our product team do like to keep their cards very close to their chest, but I would say I have only been with the company since COVID, and the colour increase seems to have sped up. One of our company values is that we never stand still. So we are always moving forward and we are always growing. So I would think that definitely because of fashion changes, we're never going to stop. I don't know what the limit is, but I would say that we are probably never going to stop.
Great. I think these were all the questions. So people feel free to still send it in and we will be able to answer.
Yeah, if the person that asked the question about the fleece lining does want to respond what the benefit would be, it's great feedback for us. It's always something, you know, that we could look at. It's where we do get again what our new products ideas, if it's becoming something that people are preferring. Obviously, it's always something that we take on board and speak directly to our product team about. We've kind of done the question and answers. I don't know if you want to wait a little while to see if any more does come through. But I hope that did give you a really good insight. Because of the range of our brand, it's very difficult to go too much into detail. But the presentation has really covered what's consistently big in terms of our core items and the new, specifically the signature range, the GH120 and the GH123. Yeah, those have been a very big talking point this year for us.
If you don't mind, I also want to add a little point at the last point, that most of the products that AWDis offering, we are also offering in our lists. But if there's anything which we are missing out or something that you would really like to sell, just let us know. And if there's something that you would need more in terms of inventory, then also let us know, and then we are able to get them to our stock, so you can sell them directly, so you don't have to worry about actually having inventory. So we will take care about that. And we have some questions coming in, so I will just read them. Is there any plan to produce cropped crew necks?
Oh, that's a good one. I always feel like that's something that I would like. They are also very fashionable at the moment. It's not something I've seen on the list for 2025, but that is definitely something I will feed back.
And the team has a very nice question, which is about how does AWDis ensure its commitment to sustainability and ethical manufacturing? What initiatives are being prioritized to align with the current environmental concerns?
So this is obviously something that our product are in charge of. I increasingly do get asked these questions a lot. And what I love about working for this brand is any certification that we've needed to provide in terms of how things are made. Everything is done as ethically as it can do. We've always been able to provide the certification. Again, this is something that the cheaper brands may not be able to provide. There are a lot of certifications, but we do tick the box for all of these. It's a very big process. Our product team liaise with our factories, and obviously we have regular audits, so everything is up to date. Some of these certifications need renewing annually, and everything is always done. I'm not sure what the procedure would be over there if anybody needed that information, but we do have some of the certification on our websites. And like I say, for some that are a bit more in depth, we can get those from our product team.
And Orest has a question that there is sometimes a shortage of the 001 article white. I just checked. We have quite a lot on our stock. And of course, there's one piece I see it's 0, but it's on the current stock of the supplier. So we will obviously bring it in as soon as we can. And can us guarantee the product replacement? I think if I may answer this part, that we are always focusing on being able to hold a healthy level of inventory every time. Obviously, as the current political situations are evolving, the lead times can be a little bit difficult. So it's also container prices are jumping all around, and the shipments are many times are delayed. So we have seen some, I wouldn't say hard points on the supply chain, but there are some topics there. But as UTT, we are always trying to be able to provide the amount that our customers are always buying, and so we always monitor how many there is in a season. And obviously, since it's a hoodie, we need more in the autumn and the winter, and then and the spring season. So we are also adjusting the inventory in terms of the season as well. So we are bringing in it, and if we see any shortages, we are trying to fill in as quick as possible to our circumstances.
Just to help on that, that isn't actually my thank you for answering that question, because that wasn't really one for me. However, as much as we don't get many stock queries over here, we do have 3 distributors, so we can keep them very high. However, if there is any discrepancies, sometimes it's always worth looking at, do we do a female fit in that style, and can some of the styles be substituted for the female fits, obviously if it's the ladies or somebody likes a smaller fit. And also for some of our most of our key items, we have organic versions. So I am wearing the 201 today, which is our organic version of the JH001. So for example, if the JH001 Arctic White wasn't available, the 201 is going to be pretty similar, just a little bit more premium. So they can also be quite a good substitution without you having to go to a completely different brand.
Great. Oh, there's another one. It's coming in. Is there any noticeable difference between the normal and the organic version?
In some, no. To be honest, in some of them, with the JH001 and JH201, we have slightly nicer finish on the draw cord, but essentially they are just made with the organic versions of the regular. So for example, our JC001 and our JC201, it's just recycled polyester, so there is physically no noticeable difference, and they do print the same. Obviously for the hoods and the zips, again, just the draw cords on the zips, but they do look very similar. The color match is pretty much there as well, so they are a good alternative if ever we do have those stock issues.
And there is a question: is what is the difference with the organic and the ecology range?
That is a good question. So obviously we do have our organic version within the Just Hoods and the Just Cool range, for example, organic cotton and recycled polyester. The styles in ecology are very different. So they are made with a different style, and they are made slightly different. That's something I might need to check with product in terms of, I'm sure there's another key reason as to why that does differ, but the styles are not the same.
Great. If there is any more questions, let us know. And if not, then we might close this session. Oh, there is a question, so we will go on. Customers ask for color Pantone match. Do you have those details formal to the colors available?
We do, yeah. They are, the Pantone numbers are on the swatch, and they are also digitally available as well. I'm guessing, do you use our websites, the same websites over there, the AWDis brands?
Yeah,
websites.
Yeah, if they go onto our website and there's a documentum page, then everything has to be there as well. So we use all of the marketing materials there.
Yeah, rather than going into the products on the product page, the best place to go to within that website is the resources. There is actually the digital Pantone. I think there's 2 on there that have the color guides and the Pantones within the swatch card, so you should be able to find them on there.
Great. Okay. If there are no more questions, then I might be closing the presentation. And there's a good feedback that they love the products. We also love them. So
brilliant. It's just the easiest brand to work for. It genuinely is. It's at the forefront, and like I say, we don't stand still. So we're always inventing and moving forward. sorry, excuse me. So yeah, I love it. The feedback is amazing. And a lot of it is down to the customers. If they tell us they want something changing often enough, or they want something often enough, then that product are there to produce things for you.
Great. Thank you very much for the past 40 minutes. It was very nice to have everyone here. And if there are any questions which are more personal or anything in regards of more deeper knowledge, then we are always most welcome the email. So just let our salesperson know what is your question, and we are more than happy to dig in and help you and find you the best answer. And the session has been recorded, so it will be uploaded to YouTube shortly. So if there was anything you missed out, just rewatch it, and then have a nice day for everyone. I have a nice sunny day for everyone, I wish.
Thank you. Thank you all for listening.
Thank you, Claire, for coming. Have a nice day.
See you later.
Goodbye.